share with you the human being has grace, but he was derailed, as I told you in the last one. The question is this: when the people come in this world, he becomes selfish. He become mutakabbir. He become self-centered, and he do not use his senses. It is like this. It is written, "Summun bukmun umyon from yakelun." They listen but don't get into it. They see but it doesn't come into it, and they do not use their senses. It means if your mind is blocked, then nothing is getting into it. So please open your mind, because on the day of judgment, our own hands and these things will be witness against us. So in this way, just for the sake of competition, they involved in various kind of fights and these things. And due to this, I may say, what happened? You just go into the history of mankind. Whenever the people have a fluency, then they forget this character is gone, conscience is gone, uh, you know, uh, good self is gone, evil is over you, prevail over you. You do everything because you are not afraid, because you think I will remain in this world forever. But you don't know, nobody has left in this world, even though all prophets are gone, and everybody have to taste the death. So please prepare for that one and try to work on it. There have been various kind of groups during the period of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. They made certain kind of mosques with this mission to have fight within it. It is written in Surah Tawbah. They were about Masjid Zarar, the mosque Zarar. They discuss about these things. Why these things have been presented with example before it, that we should learn, because these would be possible under the temptation of power between the sects, Shia, Sunni, Brahmi, this, that, and so many Peer, Fakir, so many theories, so many concepts, but all are coming with this La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah, one book and this. But when the question of application is one, then these are the trouble, that these were divided into this. The great Muslim empire turned into small pieces. And you see, even present time, these are the mutual fights, sects, I may say, to show power with each other. Muslim countries are fighting, Muslim groups are fighting, Muslim sects are fighting, Muslim politically fighting. I mean, there are so many things that are taking place, although there is all the solution is given for the mankind. The one thing which I wish to say, that in spite of all these, why this thing is happening in certain people. Question is this: when a person is brought up, whatever training he is given, what kind of discipline he is provided, what kind of model he is given, they become the mental picture of his mind, and later on he applied it in his practical life. So after that, if you have just read it for the sake of fun, or just read Quran that I have to complete so many Quran Shif paras, and you don't know what is written in it, then it is mean your inner unconscious of the childhood of a certain culture and a certain background of the family, that will be in your unconscious. Your unconscious will be there, and you try to consciously over it. But when your lust, your power, your inner needs, your nafs come in power, your all those thinking is vanish with the time. So this is the human nature. So what I wish to share is that if you want to have whatever is your religion, take its reasoning, and it should become a part of it. Your mind should accept it, and you feel it. And if you know there is a God, then you feel it. God is there. Even you are alone, even with your group or whatever activity you are there, and they are recorded over on the day of judgment. They will be presented. So if you have this mind, you will think 100 times before making a wrong statement to hurt some person or tease some person, have a hypocrisy or have any kind of evil job. You will think 10 times. But shaitan is a shaitan. But in spite of all these, Allah says, if you correct yourself, I am with you. If you read this book, follow it, I am with you. Then even the model, even Ahl Kitab, who used to cry reading the books, they used to make changes within some. It doesn't mean the Muslim are like this way. There are people of Ahl Kitab, they are written about in the Quran what type of great those people are. But there was also those people who used to change the surah according to the situation, who used to help certain group and change the meaning, and they have a fight between the group, and they take the money and they make compromise between them. So these all things are happening nowadays. Some people will say, "Oh, I'm Sayyid, I'm this and that." Allah says, "Uh-huh. When you come alone, you came in this world alone, you see me alone, and judgment be there. And I will just see what you have done, and your own parts, they will express as a witness against you." It doesn't mean that I'm showing you that you should be scared. No, you should scared in this way that hell is very terrible, and if you are doing these evil things, which are knowingly you are doing, then you are more subject to these, as may say, question. So my main concern to share with this that we should fail the we should fight for the right direction and avoid this fighting, and don't go to the same old time when there was a tribes and they were fighting. Don't have the name as a Muslim. No, you Muslim mean peace. You should have peace with each other. You should not fight with each other. Even Allah Ta'ala says, never disgrace the religion or religious places of other religion. Because Allah says, it is their way, whatever they will see me, I will see me, and I will judge them. You are not the judge of them. So I just narrated this thing, and there were so many tribes in it, and they were fighting with each other. And same, it is happening nowadays. There are fights, and they blame each other. They say, "You're right, I'm wrong. I'm right, you're wrong." Then they want to have a cheap kind of popularity, and as a result of it, there is a hasad, they blame each other, and I have given you all those things which these people have been doing. So Allah has repeatedly given insight to mankind who are open and they use their reasoning. Unfortunately, when a person is become rigid and arrogant, then he takes the surahs according to his own thoughts and according to his feeling, and they do not open their real self. So God has repeatedly asked the people, don't use your assumption in it. Follow this book strictly, because it is written to you according to your nature, and there are chances that in your life, under temptation, under fighting, under rivalry, you may go to the wrong direction. At that spot, it says, control your feeling, open your mind, and see what is the reality. So the quality of such people has been described in Surah Al-Zumar, and you just see these lines that will give you an insight how to have self-correction, because it is easy to, criticize some person and take a stand, have a grouping, and create some kind of facade and trouble. But Allah don't like it. You just follow your creator. Whatever is written, you follow that one, and in the end, you will be the most successful and the rightest person. Please read, see it, and get an insight from it.
فمن شرح الله صدره للإسلام فهو على نور من ربه فويل للقاسية قلوبهم من ذكر الله أولئك في ضلال مبين. So is one whose breast Allah has expanded to accept Islam, and he is upon a light from his Lord, like one whose heart rejects it? Then Then woe to those whose hearts are hardened against the remembrance of Allah. Those are in manifest error.
الله نزل أحسن الحديث كتابا متشابها مثانية تقشعر منه جلود الذين يخشون ربهم ثم تلين جلودهم وقلوبهم إلى ذكر الله ذلك هدى الله يهدي به من يشاء ومن يضلل الله فما له من هاد.
Allah has sent down the best statement, a consistent book wherein is reiteration. The skins shiver therefrom of those who fear their Lord.
Sure.
Then their skins and their hearts relax at the remembrance of Allah.
Subhanallah.
That is the guidance of Allah, by which He guides whom He wills. And one whom Allah leaves astray, for him there is no guide.
أفمن يتقي بوجهه سوء العذاب يوم القيامة وقيل للظالمين ذوقوا ما كنتم تكسبون.
Then is he who will shield with his face the worst of the punishment on the day of resurrection, like one secure from it? And it will be said to the wrongdoers, taste what you used to earn.
كذب الذين من قبلهم فأتاهم العذاب من حيث لا يشعرون.
Those before them denied, and punishment came upon them from where they did not perceive.
فأذاقهم الله الخزي في الحياة الدنيا ولعذاب الآخرة أكبر لو كانوا يعلمون.
So Allah made them taste disgrace in worldly life, but the punishment of the hereafter is greater if they only knew.
وَلَقَدْ ضَرَبْنَا لِلنَّاسِ فِي هَذَا الْقُرْآنِ مِنْ كُلِّ مَثَلٍ لَعَلَّهُمْ يَتَذَكَّرُونَ.
And we have certainly presented for the people in this Quran from every kind of example, that they might remember.
قُرْآنًا عَرَبِيًّا غَيْرَ ذِي عِوَجٍ لَعَلَّهُمْ يَتَّقُونَ.
It is an Arabic Quran, without any deviance, that they might become righteous.